wakati alitoka hospitali, si alitoka na RAV4 kwa sababu kila kitu yake ilikuwa imeanguka. Hapa na umekuwa impeached na koti imekumalizia,
na bado uko na
mapolisi wanafanya nini na wewe? Magari ya polisi iko na nini na wewe? And in any case, watu wale walisupport Gachagua walienda home with the deeper pockets than the one who are against him from the Kikuyu land.
Did President William Ruto strike a secret deal with his former deputy Gachagua, convincing him to ease off his fierce pursuit of court justice over his impeachment? While Kenyans have largely accepted that Gachagua is no longer the deputy president, whispers suggest a hidden arrangement involving the president, the current deputy president, and Gachagua himself. Emerging reports indicate that Gachagua might still hold a privileged position in government, quietly enjoying the benefits of power, while many assume he has been cast aside by the Kenya Kwanza administration.
There is something that happened, akaenda pa Kiambu. Walikuwa na kina Wamushomba na wote. Then he told us in Kikuyu, whatever the outcome that is going to come, please shut up, munyamaze, musionge. Sasa nikikwambia ninaenda pale whatever najua nitaweza kuchapa mangumi na watu pale, lakini nikwambie ile kitokea usikuje kunisaidia. Munyamaze tu. Huyo mtu amekwambiaje?
Observers were surprised during his recent Sunday church service when, rather than continuing his sharp critics of the president, Gachagua urged Kenyans to give Ruto time to deliver on his promises.
Na hata bwana Ndevu Wajiru amesema hata rais hatuna shida na yeye. Sisi unajua tunataka tumpatie nafasi. Hiyo miaka 3 zile ahadi alipeana afanye nini? Atimize, si ndio? Ndio arudi kwetu tena, si ndio? So kila mtu apewe nafasi yake afanye kazi yake. Kwa sababu sisi tulitoa ahadi mingi sana. Na mimi ninajivunia ya kwamba katika kazi rais alinipea ya kahawa tulifanya kazi kubwa sana.
Why the sudden change in tone from a man who has been bitter with the government? We spoke with Ndura Waruingi, who claims that Gachagua's apparent retreat might be part of a secret deal struck with President Ruto. Waruingi alleges that President William Ruto persuaded Gachagua to step down under certain undisclosed terms. Terms that he claims have effectively silenced Gachagua's attack and kept him within Ruto's inner circle.
And
about 2 years ago.
And it just happened the way you said.
Just the way we said. We don't take pride there. We don't take say that we did it or we said it. I don't do that because whoever that uses me, they want to take the credit. What it is, I told you everything was to happen, how it will happen, how it will end. Has it ended that way? Is he at home?
He's at home.
People were like saying, Gachagua will make it. Yes, God was on his side until when he decided to give up. And when he gave up, he didn't give up because things were so difficult for him that now he has to give up. The rumor is there's a story that Gishongwa said this guy was demanding to resign. He was demanding this money. In politics, for you to win, to be able to push somebody to surrender, what wins is not that force. It is the money involved. Nobody can just go home. Like now Gachagua in his clout, in his position, and with the advantage of the courts, because he could have appealed. You see, that the same day the ruling was done, he could have just said, put a motion, put a notice, a motion of appeal. So when there's a motion of appeal,
the process wouldn't have gone forward.
The process would not have gone forward. But he withdrew. They never put any notice of appeal. Again, look at the ruling. The ruling said that they said for the continuity of the government, we remove what? The orders have been removed. But the ruling down says that the court, however, has observed that there were some irregularities in the impeachment process. So what does that man tell you? That now we have opened a door for you to go and remove the tag of impeachment from you. But what we are going to do, we are going to do what the president wanted to do in a normal way, and because he has given us the mandate through paying us something, now we are going to sack you on his behalf. And they sacked him. They told him now these conservatory orders are going. But as we look at this case, you are going to win it. The impeachment, how the process was done, was not nice. So we are going to allow you to go to the court, and then perhaps next week you will be in court to remove, and then the court will be in his favor to rule that the impeachment was this what we call what tunaita nini, public participation was not there. The charges ambazo walimchaji nazo they were not procedural, and everything will not be procedural, and Gachagua will be left out of the hook. But what has happened? Kindiki is the deputy president. So the judge, the 3-judge bench did exactly what Ruto could have wanted long time ago. We couldn't have gone to the process of the National Assembly, to the Senate for the impeachment process. But because those processes are necessary to justify whatever you wanted, so what happens is that when they discovered that Gachagua is not going anywhere, the idea ile yake ya kwanza, pay me, I get out. They went back to it. And at some point, they did a document for him to go and sign. That is rumors. Yeah, that's rumors. Sometimes, maybe tumeongoja ingine imefika na tumeona imefanyika. They say it's rumors. And he signed a document. After he signed the document, the rumors is some between 10 to 15 Bs were released. And then the judges also were told, come now, sit here, this is your cake, now do this ABCD, go draft this thing. And at the same time, the CIA man was in the country, and the M14, the guy from the UK, was also in the country. And a discussion was held somewhere because they didn't want Kenya to escalate into the violences. Because as things are happening in Israel, Kenya is very important for any eventuality. Could there be a third world war? And could there be some challenges? Also, America is really watching over Kenya because they want really to use Kenya for political reasons. And you see the BRICS countries have gained ground, and Kenya, they want to use Kenya as a blue-eyed boy for their purposes. So that's why the CIA man was here. And if this case escalated into an appeal, then it means Gachagua will still be in presidency until for another 2 years, because an impeachment case can last for even 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, true.
Meaning everything will be stagnated. And they wanted a guy they can use, a guy who belongs to them. Because these lawyers, sometimes you may think they are alone. Kumbe ni watu wa CIA. So you think they will need to have a person they trust, because the number one is not trusted. But this one can be trusted because he's ni mtu musomi, ni lawyer, ni mtu intellectual. So they wako comfortable. So lazima wangetengeneza kastori, we mzee, badala utupeleke kwa kotini, tuendelee na kotini, we chukua hii kaugali kidogo. Tutakurudishia security yako. Tutakurudishia magari yako. Utaenda nyumbani kama a retired deputy president. You will not go as an impeached deputy president. Na all the privileges utapata. I'm thinking loudly. No, I'm thinking loudly. Najaribu kuimagine what could be. Kwa sababu wakati niliangalia nikaona there is something that happened. Akaenda pa Kiambu. Walikuwa na kina Wamushomba na wote.
Yeah.
Then he told us in Kikuyu, whatever the outcome that is going to come, please shut up, munyamaze, musiongee. Sasa nikikwambia ninaenda pale whatever najua nitaweza kuchapa mangumi na watu pale, lakini nikwambie ile kitokea usikuje kunisaidia. Munyamaze tu. Huyo mtu amekwambiaje? I don't need you now. I have sorted my life.
So you want to say that perhaps he was paid now to step down?
Size, if you look at the Kirinyaga. Kirinyaga. Is it on Sunday?
Yeah, it is on Sunday.
Go and look behind him. Was the man behind him not a police officer?
Yeah, that security guard, right? Yeah, I've seen him all over with him.
Was he not a police officer?
He was there.
Then what was a police officer doing with an impeached president, deputy president? Wakati alitoka hospitali, si alitoka na RAV4? Kwa sababu kila kitu yake ilikuwa imeamruka. Hapa na umekuwa impeached. Na koti imekumalizia.
Na bado uko na
mapolisi wanafanya nini na wewe? Magari ya polisi iko na nini na wewe? Sijiuliza tu swali kidogo uone answer inaenda XYZ. That is thinking loudly. Let us wait and see. But
hapo kwa ruling court inaweza sema wameshatoa hizo, maybe he will not be, go home as an impeached.
He will not. By next week tukiendelea, they are going to court, impeachment itatoka. That one wait for.
That impeachment tag
itatoka.
So that will give him a leeway to vie for any political seat in the year.
Itatoka. That is what he bargained for.
But do you think
I'm thinking loudly. I don't know whether he bargained, but I'm thinking like a Kenyan, like an intellectual Kenyan. Ndio wakubalishe. Because you are fighting. You are saying this cannot happen. And it's still the doors were open because the ruling was done at 1. Meaning by 2, 3, wangekuwa shakimbia another court kwa appeal. They didn't do that. Because you go, just what you need is to notify, then you are given time allocation, then a letter is done to be taken to the judge ambaye ako karibu, aende aseme kusifanyike hii. Na ni kitu kinafanyika mpaka usiku. Na ni kitu kinafanyika hata asubuhi kabla the swearing in.
So the reason why maybe the lawyers didn't appeal is because
they were a bit reluctant. Ukiangalia, was Moita in when they were doing the ruling? They were a bit reluctant. Because I know these guys, they know how to cut deals. Because they will tell him, if you want us to drop from this case, weka hii na hii na hii na hii. And it will be done. Serikali iko na pesa. Serikali haikosangi pesa.
And now, kuna hizi rumors nimekuwa nikisikia. Within Gachagua's inner circles, the president has still planted some malls because
there is no president in this world who would have a person closer to him and fail to plant a mall. Then you are not using your brain. And you, number 2, you will not have a boss and fail to plant a mall inside. This is a life of malls. You can never live without a mall. In my church, I have malls who are watching over me. And I also have malls watching over the other things. That's a life. That's what it is.
That's a life of malls.
We are living. This is a world of malls. You can't live without malls.
So you mean within
the people you think they are defending you, they know what they are going to eat. And those are the people who told him now, kumeharibika. They came, they pushed you. I cannot leave, I cannot abandon you, I cannot be, I cannot this, I mean this. These are the people, they want to gain your confidence unto them. So when they will come with a story, tuchukue hii pesa. Utakubali tu. And in any case, watu wale walisupport Gachagua, walienda home with the deeper pockets than the one who were against him from the Kikuyu land. If I'm thinking loudly, if 15 billion ilitoka, because they must be aware, kuna hii pesa inatoka, because they must have been in the negotiation table. Nasema baba alikuwa involved ku negotiate, yes ndio? So even the people, your lieutenants, jeshi yako, si lazima inajua kuna kitu. So wakinegotiate walikuwa najua ni tuseme ni 20. Sasa zetu ni 5. Wewe utachukua 15, zetu ni 5. Kwa sababu sisi ndio jeshi yako, ndio maumbwa zako za kubweka. Sasa unasema basi patia vijana yangu 5, nipatie yangu 15. Sasa vijana yake walikuwa karibu 40. Si ndio? Hawa 40 vijana 40 tuseme imetoka 5 billion. Gawa. Sio ni milioni 800. Hao wengine walikuwa napatiwa shilingi milioni 2, milioni 1, wengine 20,000. Sasa nani ameenda home kama anafurahia? And by the way, all the people from the Kikuyu land, members of parliament also I'm thinking loudly. Some of them, like the Kiambu members of parliament, some of them who are from Kiambu, who are against Gachagua, you know they are being auctioned now. And they're asking themselves, kwani hii pesa tulikula ilikuwa na nini?
Wanakuwa auctioned kwa nini?
Wawili najua wamekuwa auctioned. Na mwingine yako karibu. Na mwingine yako karibu. Wako na mabarua za auction. Sasa unajiuliza, hata wao wanajiuliza, kwani tulikula pesa mbaya? I'm also thinking loudly. I'm thinking loudly.
And do you feel maybe Gachagua's future in the Kenyan politics?
No, Gachagua doesn't have a future from now henceforth. Most especially this will be used against him. If whatever I'm thinking is true, it will be used against him. The person that has a future for this country now, the man of interest to watch, is Uhuru Kenyatta.